Hey guys, so for today, for Shell Shockers video, I'm going to be teaching all you new guys who are new to this game some tips and maybe some tricks on the game. So first thing I want to point out here is that you can customize your egg however you want. It doesn't matter how you do it, you can do it however you want. You can buy things from like the store if you want to. The only issue is that some of them are really overpriced and they cost a lot of coins, or eggs actually. And in order to get eggs, you'd have to play a bunch of games, basically. I think every kill you'd get, you'd earn 20 eggs. So if you want to get a really expensive gun or a feature for your egg, you'd have to play and get a lot of kills. So just heads up for that. Also, for the color eggs pieces here, they can use to colorize your eggs. You would have to click on a chicken nugget or whatever in order to get it. So you click on try it out, and an ad would play. So you'd have to watch the ad first.
Did you know you can change your voice in real time?
Or you can just skip it.
You can have the voice you...
So after that's done, you click on this egg multiple times until it cracks open. And then you click on the cheap button or whatever it is. And then you would have any color that you want for your egg. Sadly, there's no black at all, so okay. You have, when you first start, you have about 6 types of guns. You've got Egg K-47, Scrambler, you've got a Free Ranger, you've got an RP Egg, you've got a Whipper, you've got a Crack Shot as well. So they're just like guns, but they're named different things. Now, if you're gonna shoot for kills, if you want to shoot close to people, I would suggest using the shotgun because it's really powerful and it's really good for close shots. But if you're gonna shoot a shotgun, you have to be close to them, otherwise they're not gonna do as much damage as you would if you were like in like a medium distance from them. If you're gonna do that, I would suggest either this gun, an SMG, or an AR rifle. If you're going to shoot from a far distance, I would suggest this sniper or this one right here, just because it's for far distancing and it can be powerful if you aim correctly. Also, it doesn't matter which mode you choose. There's like 3 game modes, but there's also private games you can do with your friends. You can either create one, so I'll just show you guys. I'm not going to go into one, but I'll just explain. So for private games, you can click either of these 3 modes: free for all teams or calculate the spatula. Whatever one you want, it doesn't matter. And you can choose whatever course you want. It doesn't matter either. Personally, my favorite is the space arena because after all, it's space, and space was my favorite thing in science class. So also, it would show your stats, how many you got. I know my stats are bad because I haven't been playing it in a while, but I'm just going to get into a game real quick so I can teach you guys the basics of Shell Shockers. So, just for the sake of it, I'll do teams with the shotgun. So there's also an option where you can join the red team if you wanted. The only issue is it says that your score would be completely reset, so just be aware of that. If you want your score to be reset, just make sure to be aware of that at all times. So I'm just going to join the red team to even it up a bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes they say let's keep it fair, and you can't go, so that's fine. Anyways, you just click on play. So if you click your W key on your computer, that is to move forward. If you click A on your keyboard, it's used to move left. The D button is to move to the right side, so D, and then X is, actually no, it's S. S is to move back, W is to move forward, A is to move left, and D is to move right. If you want to swap your gun, like with your pistol or something, you press E. I think it's with Q. Yeah, Q, you throw your grenade. You just gotta throw in a good direction and where most players are in order to get a good kill streak. Sadly though, if you get killed, you would lose all of your kills that you've had. Your streak would still stay at the top right there, but unfortunately, you just lose all your kills. My highest kill streak was 9, and that's how many I've got. I have a subscriber on my channel who has way more kills than I do, and I said that was impressive. Anyways, so I'm gonna using the shotgun again. So on the red team. So also, if someone's on the blue team and like their egg's highlighted, they're on your team, which means they can't shoot you. And if a grenade is flashing blue and you go to it, it won't kill you. Only the ones that are not blue highlighted will kill you, like that one. So usually I would just go around trying to protect myself, and if I had to kill anyone, I would. Like I said, for the shotgun, you have to shoot good distance, like that, because otherwise it wouldn't be as powerful. Just for a heads up, if anyone's gonna use a shotgun, just be aware of that. Yeah, I just walked into a grenade. Alright. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to use this gun right here. So you can shoot from close range, a medium range, or a far range. It doesn't really matter. You just gotta make sure that you aim correctly, or else it won't do as much damage. If one of the enemy teams starts shooting at you, try and hide from them until they get closer, just so you can get a better chance of killing them. So like this one right here. Got him. You also want to press R on your keyboard to reload your gun, because after you shoot, it's always good to reload. That's just how I do it. You don't have to do that, but I'm just suggesting that you would do that for shell shockers if you're going against people. So yeah, that's basically how it is. So I'm just gonna go in a free-for-all game real quick after I die, so it might take a few minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry this is taking so long. That's the only thing about this, is that you can't exit out of the game until you die. So I'm sorry if it's taking long, that's just how the game is. So I would have to wait until someone kills me, which is what I'm gonna do. There we go. Alright, so in order to go a different mode, you have to go to your home first. And then you click on this one here. You got 3 modes. Capture the spatula. It's basically just like team game, except you capture a spatula. So I don't know about that. Let's just do a free-for-all for now until I get more information on that other one.
Did you know you can change your voice in real
Sometimes an
time?
ad tends to pop up because it's internet-based, so I apologize if it does. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, hang on. Sometimes it tends to not reload. I'll go back into it. There we go. Alright, so let's do a free-for-all. So this mode is basically just a solo match, obviously. You're basically alone with more people, and you're not on teams, you're alone. This is basically to test your skills or something. So it basically depends on how many people you would want to be in your server. So it's not only your server that you made, it's just like some people can be there. It really just depends on which one you would join. But anyways, I'm going to use an SMG for this one. This is one of my favorite guns to use. It's always good to pick up grenades, just in case. They tend to use grenades a lot too, so just be aware of that. So if you're getting shot, it would show like something red or something, like a yellow piece on the side to like you were getting shot at. So I just killed with my SMG. Like I said, good aim is everything. My game tends to glitch sometimes because I'm not really sure why, but it just does. And I got killed by someone else. Okay. I'm gonna try and use a sniper this time. The only issue is I gotta aim really far away. I don't. Hang on a minute. No, that's just to erect your pistol. Hang on. Nope. That's for a grenade. Okay, I'm not really sure how to aim it persistently. I'm gonna try and do it. Yeah. I'm not really sure how to exactly aim on a sniper, but I guess I'll try and figure that out in a few minutes. Alright, so the next one we're gonna use is looks like a rocket launcher. So it's a medium range gun, so you have to aim in like a medium range for like where you would want to aim it. So as an example, there's people up there, but I don't know how to get up there, so I'm just gonna move around. Oh wait, there's someone over there. Yeah, it is medium range. You can't aim close. So I'm gonna go back to my shotgun. And I'm going to try and get a kill streak here. Because you gotta be really careful where you're aiming too. I tend to do that a lot. And a lot of people sometimes tend to team up and do that stuff. So that was free for all basically. You're basically just alone with no one else and see if you can get the highest kill streak. So the last one I'm gonna show you guys is Capture the Spatula, which is basically a team game except you have to capture the spatula. Another thing I gotta point out is there's no time limit to this game. It's kind of like Call of Duty or something like that. It just goes on and on and on and on until like you either get bored or you decide to quit. If you look at here, there's like a server for like how kind of like a time you do. Depending on what time zone you're in, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so the last one we're gonna do is Capture the Spatula. So it's basically a team game that you capture a spatula. I don't really know the purpose of it, but we're gonna try it out. So sometimes people would have the spatula, whether it be your team or the opposite team. If you saw my Shell Shockers finale video, you would know that I was the only one who got the spatula first because it was on top of like a mountain or something, and I had to make a lot of precise jumps in order to get it, which I did. So I'm gonna use this gun now and see if I can get kills here. So another issue is you cannot choose the map like in a custom game that you would do. You would have to basically hope it's your favorite map or it'd be something random entirely. Again, good aim. But also be aware of those guys like that on the roof because they will shoot you down too. I tend to make that mistake all the time, so just be aware of that as well. Now this isn't going to turn into a game mode or something like I ended off yesterday. I'm just showing you guys tips on the game and tricks. If you want to become a good player, you just gotta aim correctly and be sure. Just be aware of your surroundings too, because sometimes people have snipers and you won't even know it, and the next thing you know, they shoot you down. So just be aware that they would have snipers and other kind of weapons. So always be aware of your surroundings. That's from like my last tip of the game. Just be aware of your surroundings, like that, and that one behind me. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of this Capture the Spatula one is, but I guess it's basically just like a team game. You can also speculate what your team would do, but personally I would not do that because I can't get out of it now. Oh, let's see. Let's exit. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. Yeah. Oh wait, here it is. There we go. Yeah, so you'd also have to wait 5 seconds apparently before going back into the game because you can't really go automatically. You'd have to wait for some reason. Sometimes an ad would pop up on the game whenever you're playing. Sometimes you can skip it, and some more times you can't, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, you can also look at your inventory to see what you have while you're playing. So you can change at any time. I don't have all the unlockables, but for example, if you want to change it to an egg with poop on its head, and you want to change to like a smiley face or whatever, like you can do that. You can change like its skin color or whatever it is. You can change whatever you want with it. It doesn't matter. Also, the colors on the eggs only last 1 hour because of like the time limit. It's not like a permanent thing where like, oh, if you buy this, you get to have it forever. It basically only lasts an hour, and then if you want it back, you'd have to do the same thing I showed earlier. You'd click on the little chick, and then you would have to watch an ad in order to get the color egg. So yeah, that's one more thing I'm gonna say. Also, this splits up the inventory a bit by showing like the guns, the pistols. Like I said, they're really overpriced. This one, for example, is, wow, so many eggs. It doesn't matter how you customize your egg. You can do it however you want. It does not matter. It's your opinion and not mine. So, I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, actually, no, it isn't. So, here's something about joining the game. If you're gonna join a game with like a friend or something, you'd have to enter a certain code that they would tell you to do. Then you click confirm, and then you would go and join the game. If you were gonna create it, it's basically the same thing, except it's your server. So yeah, that's everything else. Hopefully you guys learned a few things. See ya.